All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Run. Here we go on a Thursday. John from Pro Craps here on Casino Gaming TV. Of course, Coffee Run brought to you every day by Premier Casino Hosting, of which I am a host. I'm almost a host. I'm getting close. I'm in the process of becoming a certified host. It's a lot of paperwork, as you can well imagine. It's processing, but I work with them now, and it's good because we have. By working with Premier, I get a lot of good access to rooms and rates and all kind of things for everybody. So coming up, Craps for the Cure, or wherever else you're going, you can always reach out to me personally. You all have my phone number by now. So if you need stuff, let me know. I got to push it through the process to make it happen. I can't make it happen myself, but yeah, anyway, here we go. Let's jump on in here. I got probably a quicker show than normal today because I got things going on with work and home I got to do. But couple of updates for you. First of all, I was just going through my mental checklist of what's happening. Vegas is hot right now. I don't know if you know this or not, but people go to Vegas to gamble every once in a while. And a lot of our friends are going to be in Vegas like all the time. Look at this. Craps Nation's there right now. You got there's a 10X multiplier weekend, so everybody's there. Jen's there, George from CY is there, Sarge is there. I talked to Bo Parker this morning. He's like, yeah, 8 guys came by this morning or yesterday to get a lesson from him. So the whole world's in Vegas right now doing this thing. Next weekend, I'm out there because Heavy Haltham from Access Power Craps, his birthday party is next weekend, 9/8 that weekend. I think the birthday party is the 7th into the 8th kind of a thing. Going to go out there and celebrate, meet him for once, celebrate with him. Do some Craps for the Cure, talk with David while I'm out there. And of course, my birthday is the weekend after that, right? So it's going to be like birthday town. But yeah, Heavy. So this week, Craps Nation, next week, Heavy. In about a month from that, the Big AZ's big meetup is going to be out there for the week, right? So the whole Blue Wrench crew is going to be in town, whooping it up, right? They actually end the Big AZ thing, and I'll be there for part of that. I'll be out there. I'm gonna do some filming with him. I'll be on some tables with those guys playing around live. My first time being part of that crew. I've never played with those guys before, so it'd be great to be part of that crew and have some fun. Right after that, though, is Craps for the Cure, right? The 19th, that weekend of the 19th is Craps for the Cure. So I'll be there probably the whole week leading up to it, that weekend, and coming back Sunday the 19th. That's going to be a great event too. We're going to have a bunch of people coming into that. It's going to be NASCAR weekend, which is kind of a bummer because of room prices, but it's going to be a busy town. It's going to make it a fun weekend, I think, right? And the fact that we're going to have a lot of veteran presence there because we're raising money for vets, I think is going to help us. I think having donation boxes out there on the floor is going to help us out. It's going to be a great event. And then right after that, something new that got announced yesterday, Ed Robinson and Bo Parker and 10 Ton are doing their first ever Casino Tiers meetup in Vegas on November 2nd. So basically the weekend after Craps for the Cure, a week and a half after that, is that one. So Craps Nation this week, Heavy next week, Big AZ mid-October, Craps for the Cure late October, Casino Tiers meetup first week of November. Wow. Right, all the chances to be in Vegas for all the things. It's going to be fantastic. And I will be out there quite a bit, by the way. I start, when I'm out there for this weekend coming up for Heavy's thing, I'm talking to David at Casino Quest to figure out my schedule as far as training. And so you all know, I'm going to be full disclosure here, what's going to happen here. I am going to be training with David to be a dealer. And the plan is for me to learn how to deal from David, so I can go to the casinos and deal, and not for a long time, right? I want to eventually roll my life into becoming a teacher, right? Or a teacher at a school, right? I want to be part of Casino Quest somehow, right? So we talked about how does it roll in for me, and potentially I could be an instructor for both craps players, roulette players, player side instruction, for their they'll learn the game series they're working there, but also to teach dealers, right? As a nice way to kind of slip into my retirement DMs, right? So I'm going to go out there and train with him on the regular for the next couple of months, 2-3 months, and then maybe like first part of the year, fly out there, and work a week on, a week off kind of thing in a couple of casinos, get my feet wet, live play. That way, I've got the experience under my belt to be able to teach dealers. Right, I would never take a lesson from somebody who didn't do it as a professional, right? For dealer training. So, and same with like software. When I teach software, I would never open a school or let students train with somebody who hadn't worked in the field, right? That's kind of the thing. So dealing is the same thing. So that's why I'm doing it. So I'll be out there a lot. I'll be out there for most of these things, obviously. And things coming up as you're traveling for the weekends to Vegas, I'll probably be there. So it's going to be pretty cool. So next year, I will probably change the date to avoid the weekend. Yeah, Randy. I didn't look at it ahead of time. What I tried to do this year was avoid F1. If you recall, last year, Craft for the Cure was the week before F1. Right, which wasn't during the crazy race, but it was like the town was upside down getting ready for F1. I said, I'm doing it in October this year. So I just picked a random day in October and said, that's going to be the date. I didn't even look. To see what the dates were. So anyway, next year we'll have it figured out better next year. My mistake. Also, what's coming up here, this is so funny, man. I don't know why do some things trigger me and some things don't? I don't know why. But now we've got, Ed's been doing reaction videos for a little while. Alfredo did one or two of them. Now Cashier's Cage is doing reaction videos, and it's like, they're okay. I guess I have a love-hate with them, right? I like reactions because we all have reactions, right? It's fun to see people you respect talking about what they see. And I think the reaction videos are good if they're going to be instructive, right? If it's going to be like, hey, if we're going to react to a strategy or react to a dice tosser or whatever it is, as long as you're putting out good content as part of that, right? You're not just out there ragging on somebody. It's like, hey, he said this, I don't like that, here's why. Here's what I would do differently. That's great, right? So I think we're getting those videos more into the realm of that, right? Which I think I like a lot. But it seems like everybody's doing reaction videos now. It's like it's like Ed started a thing as it's like fanned out, and there's like, who's going to do the next one, right? It's become a thing. Which again, I guess, whatever. I don't care that much about people doing the same things. It's just like I don't want to glut the market, I guess, right? Also, Ed's doing the Casino Tiers Clinic out there in Vegas, but you probably all saw this, but we knew that was coming, right? Jimmy's doing lessons now. I saw on his thing yesterday, it came across my screen, my feed. He's now charging for lessons. Jimmy the Great is charging for lessons. The guy who claims to make $1 million a year in the casino is now going to charge you $50 to go hang out at his house, I guess. I don't know. It's funny that that rubs me wrong. And again, I fully open to the hypocrisy right here of myself, right? That rubs me the wrong way. But other guys doing the same thing don't. I know. I'm friends with guys. I'm friends with Tony. I'm friends with Ed. I'm friends with Heavy and Coach. It doesn't bother me that they're doing lessons. It doesn't bug me, right? Some people see that as the same snake oil that I see Jimmy doing lessons as. Whatever, right? To each their own. For some reason, that guy just rubs me the wrong way. For some reason, other guys have history and are rubbed the wrong way. It doesn't really matter. Everybody's doing it. I'm the only person in town not charging for craps lessons, I guess, is what it comes down to. But I'm sure Jimmy isn't Alfredo. He's not. He's not actually Alfredo. But, again, it's one of those things where I know that people, hey, if you're so good, right? You claim to make $250 a year playing craps. Why are you on YouTube? Why are you charging me $50 or whatever for member? Why, right? It just seems weird, right? I know other people have gone to Patreon and stuff like that. I have not given them the same amount of grief that I give him. There's a difference there, though, right? Guys that are putting massive amounts of content out and are going to Patreon because, again, this microphone up here, right? It's a $600 microphone, right? The cameras that I got out there aren't cheap. Right. Matter of fact, I just replaced one when I moved because I broke one in the move. It was $750 for a new camera out there. Right. These things aren't cheap. Right. So, yeah, Patreon. Hey, you know what? Throw me $10 a month. Help me pay for some of the crap that I'm doing to do this every single day. That's the reason. Right. It's not like we're trying to supplement our craps income because we suck at gambling. It's like a lot of it's like, let's help pay for some of the stuff. Right. Different. Right. He's telling you his ways are the ways that you can win. And if you don't take his lessons, you're not going to win. That's a different smarm to me. I know that there are people out there who think or feel that other guys doing the same thing have the same amount of smarm to them. I just have had better interactions with those guys and don't have the salty history with them. So my opinions are just born of my own experiences, and that's it. So there's the dichotomy there. I know, and I realize I'm very hypocritical with this, but I look at it like I said before. You can love or hate Garrison, but Garrison loves the veterans, and Garrison loves Crash for the Cure, and he helps us out. You can love or hate Tony Leo. Tony Leo loves what we're doing here on the channel, and he's a big supporter of Crash for the Cure. He gives money, he gives time, he'll interview with us, he gives lessons away. I mean, these are people that actually are into the cause, and I'm like, cool, man. You know what I mean? People can think what they think about you on the side, but you're helping the cause, and that to me is worthy of massive amount of respect. So anyway, yeah, Tom Marco content. I don't have history with Jimmy. Something about that guy rubs me wrong. I don't know what it is, Skill. I never met the guy. He's probably a great dude. He's probably an amazing guy. How do I know, right? Something about him rubs me wrong. I don't know what it is, right? And again, some people had that same reaction with some of our friends. Our friends rub them wrong, and that's fine, right? I mean, what are you going to do? I have friends that are both friends, right? I'm not going to, but I know there are content providers that don't like other content providers, but we're all buddies. Like, to me, they're all friends, right? I'm like, I don't like being in the middle of that stuff, right? It is what it is, right? Your experience is your experience. So anyway, I don't know why I'm on a weird tangent. Let's get to reality here. Daily Paycheck. We are in this. I hate this. I mean, I love that we're winning. I love that we're winning. We're 10-1 for August, right? We're up 8K, whatever the hell that is. My glasses aren't on. We're doing really good. We've just caught fire. We had one awful day early, and we've caught fire ever since. And we've gotten 2 rolls a day every day for 10 days in a row, essentially, right? It's fantastic. It's awesome. It's great. It's not reality, right? We're going to come crashing down. And I don't want that show to become, let's watch John win every day, because it's not the case. Let's watch John throw darts every day and flick out 2 15 rollers like I did today every day. Ain't reality, right? I love winning. I love that we're doing okay. I love that 2 hits and out, the discipline of that is working, right? More often than it's not, like it ought to. I don't like the fact that it's 90% win rate, because it's not the real thing, right? So eventually we're gonna get brought back to earth. But for now, we're doing okay. Overall, we're about 80%, 79 and change. Overall, we're up $51,000. We have $51,000 in profit now. So we've crested 60K in the rack, in the bankroll. So we're on our way to the 100K. It's great that it's happening. Ideally, it's more here, winning 70% of the time on the regular strategies, and then taking some of the excess money and having a couple of good days. That's how it should be. Not 90% of the time we're getting 2 hits and running out of town. That's just, it feels like it's good, but it also feels a little bit anti-reality. So I don't know. I'm not rooting for myself to lose. I'm rooting for a more measured approach to it, so we can see what it's really going to feel like, because I don't want to give that bad impression. Anyway, I'm enjoying it though. I can tell you that. I'm definitely enjoying it. The winning strats are not typed up, but I can make them typed up for sure. All these I've done videos on all of them. The ProCraps channel has videos on every one of these things. And it's funny because some of them I really had high hopes for, like the odds maker, right? Should have done better than 60%. That's a pass line, don't come with odds. That one should have done better than it did. Just really had a rough month when I ran that thing. But yeah, they're all videoed out there. I'm fixing to refilm all these at some point, so you can see like a more modern take on how I play these things. So I will refilm them all and kind of call that good. The ProCraps channel is about to be finished. What I'm going to do over there is I got to tighten up all the Gambling 401 videos and release all those. Then I'll probably do a video for each one of these. Here's the ways that I play. And honestly, I play 4 or 5 ways, that's it. And when I go to the casino, I have a few ways that I play. The Headless Horseman, I do my 96 across, tier pressure, I do the Philly special when I'm even, and I'll do the drawdown. That's kind of what I do. I have some dark side plays that I do. I'll do a little dark side, parole-ish kind of a thing, little Latterson sometimes. But really, I don't play a whole lot of crazy stuff. I just do the basics. I'm going to film those and be like, this is the way that I do it. And that's it. I don't think there's need to have 7,500 strategies. I just don't play that many ways. I have a couple of things I do. Let's see. Duracell, my prediction is, as I go up in bankroll, I'm going to lose and be set back tremendously. You're right. Because what's going to happen is this, right? Now we're buying in for 9,000 a day or 10,000 a day, right? If I take a hit, if I get whacked, it's 5K. Like the hits now aren't a couple $100. When you're going out 9,000 in the rack and you're going out there with $3,000 across, UPSO on that, bam, that's a kick in the nuts, right? That's what's going to happen to us. When we come back to reality, right, it's going to hurt. Now remember, law of big numbers is this. It does not mean, let me go back a screen. Okay, this is an important thing. We'll get a little bit of a math problem here, right? This does not mean when we come back to reality that we're going to lose. Again, if you're looking at a 60% win rate or 70% win rate overall, right? It doesn't mean I have to lose 2 times before I win to get it back, right? What could happen is that from this point forward, we could be winning at 65%, right? We're at 90% now, right? If I win 65% like I should from here on out, after 100 sessions, we'll be at 68%, right? You don't have to lose more often than you should to even up the statistics. Statistics don't work that way, right? We already have the spread of 9, 10 and 1. Over time here, if we even out and do the more normal thing moving forward, which is fine, the average after many, many rolls will be average. We'll still be 9 wins to the good over in the overall win-loss numbers, but the percentage rates will always, they even out not by going from here to here. I can be here and just work to even and they'll end up being the same. So anyway, it's a weird concept, but that's that. Let's see. Let's go here. Craft the Cure. Okay, updates. We talked yesterday about the Craps Italian with Chuck. No new updates there other than working through getting permission for the filming. That's the only thing on that one. And actually permission on filming as well as having a donation box. That's the one thing I'm going to ask the casino to let us do is have a donation box at the end of the table so walkers by can drop their tickets in. That's all. That's really all that I want from that. They're not going to have anything else to do. The raffle items are all figured out. Joe's table, Heavy's class. I talked to Coach Parker today. Dice Coach is going to offer up a class again for us. That's checked off. The cruise with me and others in July. I'm working with Premier to get us one free cruise ticket that I can for sure offer up for that one. The problem with that cruise is that it's a July 4th cruise, so it's a holiday. So getting a free cruise or a comped cruise on a holiday week is hard. So trying for that, I'll let you know. If need be, I'll pay for the cruise as the ticket. I'll make sure that that's going to be a thing for sure, whether I pay for it or whether Royal Caribbean pays for it. Everything else up there you see. Again, as mentioned, I talked to Bo Parker this morning, so he's in. Dice Coach is going to be in. He'll be there one or both days. He said, I'll do whatever you want. He's going to help us out a lot. Interviewing, he'll do lessons, all that kind of stuff. So this will be a 4-2 Duracell. It'll be a 4-2. And I think the way that the Royal works is it's like you pay for the room, not the tickets, when you do the comp thing. So again, more information when I get it from Don and those guys. I'll make sure you guys have that. But yeah, that'll be a cool one. Come to Seattle. That's a bucket list cruise, by the way. Seattle to Alaska with the glaciers and stuff. That's where it's at. Working on events for Craps the Cure too. All right, so today, let's do this here. Yes, Alan, I had not forgotten. Now that I've got some stuff, we can actually put the Zoom call together. Maybe when I get back from Vegas, when I go to Vegas and talk to Heavy and talk to David and line it all up, when I get back that next week, we'll talk through it. We'll get people figured out. I'm going to need to get a room count and that kind of thing from folks too. So, all right, so let's do another strategy analysis today. And this one, it's going to be very inaccurate. So I'm going to apologize in advance. These kinds of things are hard to work through. But I wanted to show you kind of where I'm struggling with it and why it's hard to work through. And I'll go out to the table and I'll show you what I'm seeing here. Okay. Remember, when you do this, right, it's expectations versus reality. So how many times would you win or should you win, and how big are your wins, right? Versus how many times ought you lose and how bad are the losses. That's kind of how you look at these things. So I wanted to break down this one, which is kind of it's not really a Wayland strategy, but I saw something like it on his channel. This one doesn't ladder. But let's just do a plain old one-hit hybrid, right? A little $25 don't pass, and then 160 across for one hit and off, okay? So basically don't pass, let a point get established, go across, including the point. It's important, include the point when you're going across. Take one hit on any number, okay? Turn your bets off. So what'll happen is, on the inside, you win 35 bucks, whatever, turn the bets off, that goes to your rack, that quarter pays for the don't pass, you're locking up 10 bucks effectively, right? That's kind of what we're gonna do. When you look at the expectations in reality here, right? That's why. You do that because you're gonna lock up, if the worst case scenario is you're gonna win that 10 bucks on the point being hit. You're locking up that $10. That's the reason why you do it. And again, I've seen a bunch of videos on this, and I'm just kind of picking this one out of the scrap heap, right? When you look at the expectation in reality, your don't pass is going to lose 8 times, 6 times on the 7, 2 times on the 11. You're going to win on the ace deuce, and the twos, right? Your come out, you're going to lose 100 and a quarter, 5 times. On your PSO, you got 160 across, right? On the PSO, you win 25, you lose 160, your net 135 down. That's going to cost you 810 on the PSO. Okay. Now, if you don't place the point, that's different, right? You lose still 135, but you're going to win a quarter. So it actually gives you a little bit of a spiff down there, right? But again, the one that I'm reacting to here is one I saw yesterday. So this is what's the way the person played it. On the times where you don't PSO, okay, you've set 24 points. Okay, so on the times where you don't PSO, there's 18 points that'll get resolved that are not immediately, right? And you only have your don't pass left. On those points, you're going to win 11 of them and lose 7 of them. About 60% expectation, about 100 bucks to the good on that. So after the point's established and you get a number, 18 more times, you're going to get the don't pass to resolve for you or against you. That's how it's going to work, okay? In those 18 other points that aren't PSOs, okay, you're also going to have about 14 times the inside numbers win, about 4 times the outside numbers win, right? That's your expected wins, okay? So set a point, hit something other than the point or the 7. This is what your 18 wins are going to look like, okay? In reality, when it's all said and done, you're going to lose about 150 bucks, okay? Over the course of time. Like every other strategy, you're going to lose money over time. These are hard to equate. And again, you can tweak this. When I get out there and show you with chips what this looks like, you can tweak the strategy once you see it in action and say, well, I don't want to do that to Duracell's point. I don't want to place the point. I want to leave the point free so the don't pass is clean. Some people would say, that's dumb. Let's lock up the 10 bucks. Okay, so here we go. Let's hit the table. I'm going to show you this strategy and where this breakdown sort of comes and how I kind of worked myself through it. And again, this is going to be a little bit inaccurate. The math isn't perfect here, but I just wanted to show you the ways my brain thinks about breaking these things down when we do it. So here we go. God, that's good coffee. Oh man, it's good coffee. Here we go. I'm going to walk around over here. So we're going to have, like so. Get our chips in place. We'll do a $25 don't pass, okay? I'll set up the across bets first, just so they're sitting here, okay? And again, here's what's gonna happen. When the puck is off, okay? Again, equate the bets. That bet right there is gonna win once on the ace deuce, it's gonna win once on the other ace deuce, and it's gonna win once on the aces. It's gonna tie on the midnight. Don't pass bar 12 means barring the 12, we win on craps numbers. Now, it's also going to lose how many times? It's going to lose on the 6-5 yo, the 5-6 yo, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s. It's going to lose all these times. Okay? If you do the exchange, you're going to be upside down 5 times. Right? So that really looks like this. It's $125 in loss. I'll put that here. I'll put all the losses out here in the come, right? 125 in loss just on the come out game alone on that bet. Okay, now let's say we grab a point. The point is 8. Again, on the PSO, what's going to happen on the PSO? You lose the whole thing. Okay, effectively, one of these bets covers your don't pass. So you win here, okay? But your net loss is what's up here, which is 135, okay? So you're gonna lose 135. Again, 6 times you're gonna get a PSO out of 36 outcomes, right? Again, I'm doing it on a perfect system here, right? So 6 times the 135 is that $800 that you're gonna lose, right? 800 and change. So it's, again, I don't remember the number. It's like 850 or something. So there's 800. I think it was like 895, or it doesn't matter. Let's just call it 850, but it's somewhere around there. That's gonna be your PSO losses, okay? So your come out losses and your PSO losses. Everything else is gonna be effectively a tie for a hot minute, okay? Here's what's gonna happen, okay? Let's assume from this point forward, everything is good. What are all the things that can happen to you here? Well, one thing that can happen is the 5 rolls, okay? Cool, $35, right? $35 winner, and you turn your bets off, okay? Boom. Everything's off, and you let the point resolve, okay? So with $35 in your rack, the worst thing that can happen is the shooter hits their point and you lose your don't pass. That's the worst case, right? When you put that quarter back from what you pulled off of here, and you can lock up a $10 win, okay? So there's gonna be about 40% of the time. Remember, you're a 40% or a 60% favorite from the don't, right? About 40% of the time, that's gonna happen, okay? You're gonna get a win, you're gonna get 35 bucks, or you're gonna get 50 bucks on the 4 or the 10, right? They're gonna hit the point and you're gonna have your change left. If it was the 4, right, that pays 49 bucks, okay? 4 pays 49, okay? If they hit the point of 8 with the puck off, okay, great. You put your don't pass back and you're locking up the 29 bucks, okay? That's the way that works. You're gonna lock up $29 or $10 if ever you get a number before the 7 or before the point. You're gonna lock up 10 or 49. That's the hybrid part of this thing, right? Then you let it play out. And the good thing is, again, you're gonna lose this bet 40%, you're gonna win it 60%, right? So again, the PSOs, you have 24 combinations here, right? The PSOs are gonna eat up 6 of them, okay? The rest of your combinations, the 18 that are left, you're gonna probably win, 11, 12, 13 of those and lose, 7 of them. I think you win 11, lose 7. So your net 4 wins on the don't. You lose 7, you win 11, 40% of what's left. You're gonna win about a net 4, right? So you can lock up 100 bucks. Yeah, I'm gonna win 100 bucks on those. You're gonna lock up 10 bucks or $29 or $24 rather on the others. That's how that thing works itself out. There's so many things that can happen in a hybrid like this. There's so many combinations of things that will happen to you, right? And when you're evaluating, like, what's my expectation here versus the reality, there's a lot that goes into it. And you gotta take all those bets for what they are, right? This one here, that'll lose 125 on come outs as a net on the come out. It's gonna win, again, 40% extra on the points. Lose 5 on the come outs, win 4 on the points, that's gonna be a net negative $25 for you. That's just how the don't pass works. It's welcome to life, right? Up in here, again, these you're kind of playing for a tie, right? Let's roll it out. Let's actually roll it out. And again, you can look at this and say, I don't like this, right? Let's just leave it like that. Let's let a PSO cost you $135 and pay you a quarter, so it only cost you $110, right? That's an option for you. But again, you have, lock it up. Here we go. Let's come out. I'm just gonna roll here. 628. There's our point. All right. Now, we survived here. We're looking for anything but an 8 now. So you survive 1 roll, right? Anything but an 8, we get a 4. That's great. That pays. And again, is it okay if I just do 50 bucks? 50 bucks, and the bets are off. Okay. The worst thing that happens right now, the shooter hits their 8. Okay. There's a 10, let it roll outside, there's an 8, okay? Lose the don't, replace the don't, quarter in profit. I'll put the profit over here. There's a quarter in profit, right? That's scenario good. That's like the best possible case, right? Another 8 is the point. Bets are back on. Hit the point again of 8. Now here's what happens, right? This is why you place the point, okay? That will pay 35 bucks and lose the quarter. It goes back and you can rack a quarter with your profits, okay? that little bit of a hedge right there, that is there not for this roll. That is there for when these are off. Okay, here we go again. There's a 7 on the come out. That loses. Dig into our profits. We're still up 10 bucks. Another 7. Now we're down 15 bucks. I'll put that on this side. Back out we go. 5. Okay, there's our point of 5. Bets are on. Here we go. 7 out. This is the PSO case, right? You lose 135. So 135 is the loss. I'll put, again, the losses are going to stack up over here. And puck is off. 10. Good, that's great for that bet down there. 5, that pays 35 bucks. And the bets are off. And again, the worst possible thing, shooter rolls a 10. Best possible thing, right? We grab a don't pass win, but the bets are off, we're not at risk. We locked up for this particular shooter, we're locked in with 10 bucks in profit. No matter what happens, you got 10 bucks. Maybe you've got 60 bucks, okay? There's an 8, there's a 5, 7 out, perfect. Okay, but the bets are off. You win a quarter. For that shooter, we locked up 60 bucks. That's really cool, right? That actually helped us out a lot. It's helping clear some of this mess out. There's 50 bucks that I can clear right now, 50 in losses. I'll take 50 from my win pile. We're still down 90 bucks, but we have this to play with, right? You get the point here? But all these things, we've seen all the scenarios. There's a 4. We've seen all the possible things that can happen to us so far. Let's go. No buckshot. No buckshot, no 7 right here, huh? 9. Beautiful. 35 bucks again. Bets are off. Let's play out and get a 7 before a 4, right? You switch it off. Again, that's only there. Oh, we got a 4. That sucks. That's only there for the one roll, okay? We'll put that back. We're still down. We've won 20, we've lost 100, we're still down 80 bucks. Still chasing. 6-5, yo. That blows. Let's go another $25 out there. I'm gonna put that over here so we keep track of where we are. Actually, that's where it is. Down 105. 5. Bets are on. And again, nothing bad can happen to you here. The PSO sucks, right? But a buckshot wins you 10 bucks. 6-5, yo, doesn't matter. There's a 6, it pays 35. I should get some more chips out here. It pays 35. Bets are off. That's a lock. Again, we're locking up, no matter what happens, we're locking up 10 bucks. That's the whole point. 8, midnight, 3, 11, wow. 7 out. And here we go. 60 bucks to the good on that shooter. Working our way out of the hole. Can I make money here on this thing? There's an 8. Bets are on. And again, we survive the come out. We have one more roll to survive. And even if it's an 8, we don't care. Right? What we care about is the 7. We don't want to have a 7 PSOs here, right? There's a 9. Awesome. 35 bucks. Bets are off. Now we're going to fight the 8. And again, the worst thing that can happen on this particular shooter is we keep the 10 bucks. It's the worst case that we keep 10 bucks. Best case is that, right? We beat the 8 with a quarter. And now, 105 bucks pays for our losses, and we've worked our way back to Profit Town. Worked our way back to having 15 bucks in profit. Okay? Grind, grind, grind. Right? That's the hybrid, right? And again, this is a one hit and off kind of a thing. Now, if you're playing this, by the way, paycheck style, of course, you know, we need bigger bets to make it work, but we're what, 4 or 5 shooters into this thing? Probably 30 rolls. Maybe I've made already 25, 30 rolls. See what a grind this is compared to a 2-hit and out or a 1-hit regress or whatever strategy. This works. Hybrids can work, but you see how upside down we got over there? The grind of this is really real. That's where the thing, I think seeing so many shooters can be painful, right? On a cruise ship though, this ain't bad, right? On a cruise ship, I'm doing this, right? There's 160, 185 in action. My average bet is 185 when I'm doing this, right? And you saw what happened here, right? We're gonna be up and down a little bit, tie here, there, $35, right? Turn the bets off, now I'm locked. I got $10 in for sure profit. That 25 is really, can I beat the 8 or not, right? All day long. There's the 7, there's my quarter, bam. Puck is off and we start it again, right? Nice low volatility play. Hedgers, they say they're playing not to win because what's gonna happen here at some point, lose that, replace it. We're gonna have a PSO. We haven't had a PSO in a while, right? But when the PSO does come, we actually banged out the point, right? Here's, again, we'll pay 50 big aside, we'll pay 50 for one, lose that, put this back, and put this back kind of where we were, right? Again, hedging, playing not to win, right? We recovered the previous loss because the 4 pays 2 to 1 and kind of we're over here, right? Again, when you're breaking a thing down, don't just roll it out and see what happens like we're doing here. Look at it ahead of time. I'm gonna lose a bunch of those. We lost what? 1, 2, 3 of these at least, right? 2 come out 7s and a come out 11. We've lost 3, right? We've had the 8 and the 6 both get beat. We've had the 4 beat us on here. All the things that can happen can have happened, right? And you kind of grind your way through it. This is a tough one to evaluate. And I'm not saying like my recommendation, evaluate expected loss versus expected win because so many things can happen in different orders. All right, let's go. Let's do our last one. Here we go, our last shooter. Another point of 4. Bets are on. Let's walk away a winner. 11, ugh. 3, ugh, come on. 3 again, really? Come on, shooter. 10, fantastic. 50 bucks on the 10. Bets are off. There's a 3. Let's get a 7. Come on, give me a 7, shooter. Give me a frickin' 7. There it is. Bam, done. Hybrid wins the day. 150 bucks in profit today. How about that? Right? It won the day. Good. It was a good-looking little rollout there. We actually saw a lot of. We had a PSO early. It was great. We had some losses here, which is great. We had equal amount of pickoffs, equal amount of wins, and you can see what the person who made this kind of play is going for. Right? It's all about a tiny guarantee. Most of the time. Most of the time, it's that $10 guarantee. Right? So anyway, take it for what you will, whether you like that kind of play or not. Right? Don't care. I don't love that kind of play. I can see where it's got usefulness to it, right? But the person who invented that, right, is that, right? Let me go over here. You're going to sometimes lose on the come out. Sometimes you're going to get the buckshot, and the buckshot wins you money. If you have a don't pass bet and a place bet for the same amount, the buckshot wins you the cap, right? That's okay. Reset it and go again. You're not looking for the buckshot. That doesn't bother you. If you can avoid the PSO, which is the big one, and you get one hit, turn your bets off, you do that 3 or 4 times, you've made your money and you're out, right? You're playing really for that you're playing for a clean bet on the 7. The whole point there is a clean bet on the 7. Get a hit, take it down, your don't pass is clean and clear, and that's the whole point of it, right? Waylon's got a thing kind of like that, right? And that's the reason for it. But again, going back to here, this is a hard one to do the math on because there's so many things that can go, the point's 4, you hit the 4. How many times is that going to happen? How many times will the point be 6 and you pick it off versus, right? There's this 18 other points, win 11, lose 7. That's a complete guess. That's a averages play, right? So anyway, there it is. That's, again, how you break a thing down. Again, not passing judgment, good or bad on the strategy. This is how you look at a thing you saw on YouTube and go, what can really happen? And you've got to look at all the things that can actually happen with it and then say, you know what? I didn't like covering the point with the bet. I would rather have the don't pass be clear and lose 105 or 110 instead of 135. You can make that call if you want to. Or you can say, the buckshot happens enough, and it happened twice to us over here actually, where I would rather just cover the point. And again, I don't care about the don't pass until my first hit's done. So anyway, there it is. That's a good, fun look at a thing. Hopefully you got something out of that, which is just how to break it down, not so much how we feel about it. All right, PCs. I'm going to go check for questions, answers, whatever. Glasses go on. Sorry for the glare. Let's see. There you go. Buy the 4 and 10 and go inside. Yeah, 49. Want to do a little sweet 49? Right? Duracell does want my opinion. My opinion on that play, like I said, I think that's a great cruise ship play. You're going to be low volatility. You're going to be up and down in here. You're not going to have huge swings unless you get multiple back-to-back PSOs. That's a great little, nice high bet level, and you're going to be here most of the time. That's a good little play. I like it, actually, for that. Let's see. Yeah, my YOLO. Remember the YOLO? When I won $100,000 in 5 days, whatever. It's crazy. What's more common? The PSO is more common, right? Again, you got to think about that. On that one roll, what's more common to happen? Right? The PSO, you know it's going to happen 6 times. The buckshot, you just don't know. It's a per number thing, right? The buckshot on a 6 versus a 4 versus a 5 it's a different count. The overall buckshot expectation, I should do the math on that. I got to figure out what that is. The overall buckshot expectation, what would that be? I gotta put pen to paper on that. I can't do it in my head, but there's a number for that. It's less than 6, I can tell you that. Oh, you want in a reaction video? Yeah, I hear you there, right? You're saying like, I like the opinions. I like the reactions. I like seeing what Ed thinks of other strategies, right? If I did a reaction video, it probably wouldn't be on the strategy, except for if somebody says something that I don't agree with. Like, in other words, if you diss, you're never gonna lose. Like, I would react to that. I react more towards, because I'm a nerd, right? I react more towards accuracy, and I react more towards production quality, right? Like, that's the thing that kind of strikes me when I see somebody putting the time and effort into making it look good. So you're not thinking about paper plates as hot bets when you should be listening to what the guy's talking about. You follow what I'm saying? I react to that kind of stuff. Like, if I was doing a video, I'd be like, God, come on. Know your math. Know that a $600 6 pays $700. Don't go, I think it pays $740 or something like that. Don't put a hot bet on the paper plate. Those are the things that I go, clearly doesn't care. They're here for the wrong reasons, right? The strategy itself, I have other opinions on, and that's a different part of it. And I think that's where the reactions, I think, are interesting when people get into that kind of stuff. So yeah, I enjoy them. I worry that like that's all people are doing now is their reactions. It's like, whatever. I don't know. I'm getting old and cranky. I'm kind of getting tired. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. What else you want to know? Actually, you know what? Tomorrow is a great day. Tomorrow is going to be, by the way, tomorrow is Ask John Anything. It's an AMA day. So every Friday is just whatever's on your mind. So if you have questions for me on anything, tomorrow's your day. Cue them up and let's talk about it. I will do the math on the buckshot to see what that is. And I'll try and coalesce my thoughts more on the stuff. Like I said, I realize that I'm hypocritical with some of my criticisms, right? There are two people doing the exact same thing, and I don't like one of them for no reason at all other than I just don't, right? Sometimes you get that my wife calls it a vibe, right? You get a vibe on something, you can't shake the vibe sometimes, and that's where I get to. So, Craps Chat, not this weekend after. It'll be the weekend after. Unfortunately, that's gonna be the weekend that I'm in Vegas. So I will be, when is my plane? Hold on, let me look at my calendar. I forget what time I come back. We may have to think about Craps Chat next weekend. Let's see here, where's my, hold on, my mailboxes, my trip. Let's see, I am back here. Coming back, Las Vegas to Seattle to when I don't get back till midnight that night. So, God, I got a 3-hour layover in Seattle. That sucks ass. Yeesh. That's not going to be super fun, really. But whatever. Okay. Yeah. Next Craps Chat's the Sunday following this weekend, but I will not be here. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, y'all, have a good Thursday. Gather your questions up, get your bitches out, get all your beefs with me lined up for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be nothing but me going through chat and seeing what you want to talk about. So that's that. Skill wants me to look at PCs and Qs. So what do you have to say, Skill? Something from Skill? Where did I see this at? I don't remember where I saw that strategy. So many things come through my YouTube every day. I just click on stuff, and some of these people run strategies that I think they're running other people's strategies and trying them out, and that's where I find them the first time. So who knows? I know it was a guy with the green table. That's all I know from where I saw it from. But anyway, that's I literally saw it yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's a good one for us to go through. So, all right, I am out, I think. Like Duracell asks, what happens where? Again, I'll do the math on this tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'll run the calculation. I'll let you know what's more probable. Because again, the buckshot versus the PSO is a real thing. On that strategy, the buckshot doesn't matter because the buckshot wins you money, right? The buckshot wins you money. It's a matter of that $25 difference of if you don't cover the point, losing that $25 X number of times versus winning $10 X number of times, I think is a difference maker versus the PSO. So we find out that number, we know what to play better. And I will do the math right now and tomorrow morning report on it. So y'all have a good day. I got to get out of here. It's 9 o'clock. Time for the day job. See y'all tomorrow morning for a fun Friday Follies. Have a good one. God bless everybody. Prayers to all you. Bye.